Hello everybody, this is Big Bang Crypto. My name is Sam and welcome to another episode. Yeah, it's been confusing days and everybody's asking, is this a new bear market or are we still in a bull market? And well, the chart is showing that we might be in a bear market. So many analysts are changing their positions and going over to the bear market. And well, I'm still very bullish, and there is only a few things that could happen to make me change my mind, and in this video I will try to show you exactly why it is like this. But before we get into it, I want to answer a community question, and yeah, so it's about the length of bull cycles and bear cycles. So if you know Bob Lucas, you know that he says that we always have 4-year cycles, and that right now in 2019 we started the next 4-year cycle, which includes 3 years of a bull market and 1 year of a bear market, approximately. And now this is the logarithmic chart. It's the Brave New Coin Liquid Index and the daily view right here. And well, I'm not going to take a look at the first bull market ever in 2010 because we don't have enough information at this point right here. This is a very short bull market, as you can see, compared to the other ones. So what I'm going to do is I will start at this point right here. This is the point where the first wave of the second bull market started. And what I want to do is I start from this point to the highest point of the fourth wave, so the all-time high at that time. And what you can see is we're around 744, or let's say 750 days approximately. And now if we do the same for the next bull market, so if we go from here, because this is the point where the first wave of our last bull market started, and if we go from here to the peak of our last bull market, of the fourth wave of our last bull market, where we nearly reached $20,000 right here. What you can see is that we have 850 days, so 100 days longer. But if we go now to the point where the bear market, which is at this point right here, where the bear market ends and the next first wave starts, you can see we're around 1,314 days. And if we do the same for this one right here, so this is the beginning of the bull market right here, the end of the bear market, beginning of the bull market. And if we go over to the end of the whole cycle, we're at approximately 1,366 days. So very similar. So this tells me that the cycles are similar if you take a look at the length of bull cycle and bear cycle together. But inside of it, each wave is not similar to the waves of the next bull market. All right. So sometimes you have a longer first wave and a shorter first wave in the next bull market, or the other way around. Right here we have a longer wave, but here we have a shorter wave. So I think you understand what I'm talking about. So the length is very similar, but if you take a look at the length of each wave inside of a whole cycle, then you can see that they're not similar, but at the end the whole time is similar. So we're around 1,300 days. Now something else that we can do right here is if we take a look at how long it took from the beginning of the first wave to the start of the second wave, what we can see is, so if we say this is the point where the first wave ever started, then what you can see is to the point where the second wave started, we're around 70 to 80 days. If we do the same for the next first wave to the point where the second wave started, we're at 190 days approximately. If we do the same right here, so from this point to the beginning, so when I zoom in a little bit, to the beginning of the next wave, second wave, so we're at 270 days, 60 days approximately. And if we do the same for the current wave that we're seeing, if we go from here to here, you can see that we're already at approximately 240 days. So what I want to say is that we're in time, and I think that the next days and weeks will be bullish. So I don't expect us to go much lower than we are right now. I think this is a very good level to start a reversal. This makes a lot of sense to me. So I could expect us to see volatile movements, and at some point we will start to move higher and get above $10,000 again. All right. And now something else that I want to show you right here is this fib circle, a very strong fib circle in my opinion. So in my previous video I told you that if you have a good fib circle set up, then you can see very nicely what will happen next, and everything that happens in, after crossing a fib circle is very similar to what happens if you cross the same fib circle again, right? Because this is the fib circle that we cross right now, and it's the same fib circle at that time right here. So this is in 2017, September 2017, when we had this big run right here to $20,000. And now what you can see is after crossing this fib circle, we have a nice pump. The next time we cross it again, we had a nice pump. But what you can also see is the first time we crossed it, we had some kind of sideways movement coming back down, and then at some point we really started moving up. And what you can see right here, and this is so interesting to me, is as soon as we cross this fib circle again, price is starting to move up now. All right, so because this cross is really bullish, as you can see, really it means we're gonna see a pump, not immediately, but over time we have a high chance to see this pump. And when I see what's going on right here, well, then this is getting more likely to me. Now, well, you should take this, or you should keep this in mind. I think this really makes sense, and yeah, I won't be surprised if we really start moving up in the next days and weeks. The next chart I want to show you is the futures chart. And what I want to show you right here is that I think we might be in a falling wedge formation right here. So this, yeah, makes sense to me. Oh, I have to go out of the logarithmic. And yeah, this could be a falling wedge formation. Now, what does that mean? This is a bullish formation, and a breakout, upwards breakout, could bring us to the point where it started. So this could be at around $10,300. But this doesn't necessarily mean that when we break out, we're going to see a big pump very, very fast. No, it is also possible that we break out of this, come back down to retest this line, and then see a more slowly upwards movement in the next days. We still have this downwards trend line, which is really strong, and I think that in my last video I had the wrong position of this downward trend line, because I was really surprised to see Bitcoin falling below this trend line. I thought it's a really big support level, and as we had this drop, so when I show you the last time I had it something like this, and we were at this point right here, and I said, all right guys, look, this really makes sense. So we're testing this resistance line, previous resistance line, to see if it is support, and historically we might have a big chance to see an upwards movement, but then we broke below it, and yeah, currently we're back up. So this looks good, but I was very surprised of this drop. And so I really started to take a look at the 10 years price movement and see if I made a mistake. And now I'm not 100% sure if this is a mistake, because we have a lot of context right here, so this still makes sense to make it like this. But at the moment I'm more in this position because I think that that this right here makes just more sense, to see Bitcoin come up in the next days and then fight with this. It was too strong right here because, as you can see, when we start from here, we don't have really points of contact. So every time we come close to it, we have big drops. Now we came close to it, we tried to break above it, but we weren't really able, only for one day, but then we had a big drop down, and so it was too strong and we have a drop because of this. So this makes more sense to me, but like I said, this is not 100%. It's just my opinion, and you can write in the comments what you think about this. And so yeah, what I want to say is, if we break upwards and this is a falling wedge that we're in, then it makes sense to me that in the next days we will come up to this point. This will be at approximately $8,400 to $8,600, and then maybe we come back down a little bit and then go up a little bit, and at some point we will break this and start the second wave. So this is my long-term prediction. And yeah, now if you want to know, is it possible that we go down and make even lower lows? Yes, it is possible. Absolutely. I mean, if you take a look at this line right here, you see that it was a really big resistance, and now we're back up today, but we still can make it really above it. We're fighting with this, so I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow we see it coming back down. Now we might not fall below this point right here and see a partial decline to somewhere at $6,700, and then break this resistance line at a point right here, or it maybe even takes a little bit longer and we might see a new low. This is not for sure, but yeah, it's possible. So this is why I want to show you this chart. No, this chart, yeah. So what you can see right here is that Bitcoin is moving inside of these channels, and every time it crosses a channel, the probability is very high that it goes all the way up to the next channel line to see if it is support or resistance, and if it is resistance, it comes back down to the first channel line again. And currently what you can see is that Bitcoin, well, we came all the way up, then we came down, we tested this line again, we broke below it, then we came down to this line, we broke below it, we came down to this line, and then because we came up again at this point right here, because we came up again above this channel line, we came again all the way up to this point right here, and currently we're not, or we're trying to get above it. So if we can make it above $7,700, $7,800, there is a bigger chance for us to come all the way up to this one right here, and this will be at $8,300. What would be really nice? All right, and then we have to see if we can make it above $8,300, or if we come back down to this level right here. So this would be at $7,600, and find support. So these are levels that you have to watch, in my opinion, that can tell you what will happen in the next days. So if we're not able to make it above this level in the next hours, then we might come back down to this point right here. So this would be at $6,700, where I could imagine us to come back up again. All right, could happen. If this doesn't hold, if we don't stay above $6,700, then we might come down to this channel line, which would be at $5,700. All right, and this would be huge. This would be huge. So this is a really, really bad sign, because if I make a horizontal line right here, So what you can see on this chart is that 6,100 is a very important level. All right, 6,100 to $6,000 is a very important level. And if we break down to this level, we will be somewhere at $5,700. And this could be really dangerous because the last time we were at these points, as you can see, we had a very bad drop. Very bad drop. So yeah, I hope that if we come down, $6,000 will hold and we don't fall below it. $6,000 is very important for us. And if we can stay above it, everything is okay and we can still make it up. But falling below this point is very dangerous. So this is a key level for me in the next days. And this level as well, $6,700, is also a very important level for me. And if we're able to make higher lows from this point on, so from $6,600, if we're able to make higher lows from now on, everything is okay. But if we break below it, this could be dangerous. But something that I want to point out here, guys, is that considering historical price movement is very likely to see a reversal in the next days and weeks, to see a reversal. I think what we're seeing currently is the situation where the market makers are trying to shake off the weak hands. And it has always been like this. It has always been like this in every market. So you have to decide for yourself if you trust in this bull market or you think this is a bear market and we will reach lower levels going down to $3,000. Then okay, maybe it's better for you to sell right here and then wait for these lower levels. Or the other situation, or a better idea is, in my opinion, to know the key levels and then set your buy or sell orders. So for example, what you can do, or what I am doing currently, is because I know this right here, I sold 70% of my position. And currently I'm waiting to see if we can make it above this level. If we can't make it above this level and we fall below this level right here and come back down, well, then I have other targets where I can buy in again. So if I see price is staying right here and is not dropping below it, I will buy in right here. If I see drop down, I will wait for these points right here and have another buy order waiting. Or sometimes I don't set a buy order. If I have the time to watch the chart, then I wait to see if we can stay above this right here, and then I buy in. So this is how you can make money, and it's working fine. Even if you're making leverage trading, if you know these points, then you are able to make the right decisions at the right time. And something else I want to show you is this chart, because this also could give us an idea of what could happen in the next day. So I have this Fib circle, this green Fib circle, in my opinion a very strong Fib circle setup, and currently we broke this Fib circle, as you can see right here. And as you can see, as we broke it, I mean, we were really dropping, and as soon as we broke this one, we came back up, and currently we're testing this Fib circle again. So if I zoom in a little bit, you can see it better. We are testing it many times. All right, it's really interesting, this this Fib circle. So we tested it right here and here and here and here, and the last time, now this is really amazing. The last time we crossed this Fib circle, you can see the same thing, exactly the same thing. We crossed it, we came up to this points right here on the same Fib circle, tried to get above the same Fib circle that we crossed right here, but we weren't able, so we came back down to the level where we started. All right, this is important. And if you take a look at what is going on right now, it's very similar to me. We're testing the same Fib circle, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see the price coming back down to the same level at where it started, and then see it coming back up. All right, because this is what happened the last time we crossed it at this point. So we weren't able to make it above the Fib circle, so we came back down, and then we had a nice rally. So this is something that I could imagine in the next days. So watch out for that. if to see price coming back down to this levels and then starting to move higher, so then breaking this downwards trend line and moving close to $9,000 to $10,000 again. So this is my opinion on this. And the only thing, and this is what I want to say, the only thing that makes me nervous and ask myself if this is really a bull market is falling below $6,000 and having a daily close there. Right? This could be dangerous. This doesn't mean that 100% we're in a bear market, but this is something where I would say, all right, now we have to change our opinion. And what I want to show you at the end of this video is this right here. So this is the first wave in 2015, and what I want to show you right here is, so let me take away this line. What I want to show you right here is at the end of this wave, what you can see is really high volatility. All right, I mean, it reminds me of what we're seeing currently. All right, when you see these things, yeah, this really reminds me of what we're seeing currently, this drop and then this sideways movement, not knowing what will happen, will we go down or not. So these were confusing times as well, and at some point people understood, all right, hey, something's going on, we might see another leg up, another second wave, and this is exactly what happened. Right. So this is important for us to see if we're able to break above this resistance level, and as soon as we break it, we might be in the start of the second wave. All right, thank you very much for your attention. I hope this is helpful. If you want to be updated all time, please join our Discord channel. I will try to keep you updated as soon as I see something changing, and then I tell you exactly what my opinion is. And I can make a video every time. I will try to make much more than currently, but yeah, join the Discord channel, join the community, and be a part of the next bull market. This is a bull market, I'm 100% sure of that, and there are a lot of gains to make in the next days and weeks. So guys, this will come, and if you want to be prepared, then come. Take a look at what we have for you in the next days and weeks, because at some point it will be much easier to predict what will happen next when we're at these points right here. This is much easier. I know exactly where a wave will top out. All these things are sure for me, but this is the hardest part right here. This is the hardest part, not knowing what will happen, this sideways movement killing your opinions and your mindset, and you thought that you know everything, and then you find yourself asking, should I buy, should I sell, what is going on? Yeah, so if you want to be prepared, guys, join our community, and leave a like, subscribe, and tell me your thoughts, and let us talk about everything that is on your mind. I'm really excited to see what you guys are thinking. And yeah, so have a nice day and see you soon. Bye.